Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Rich here, Memphis Wire on Strike Seven Sports, and tonight I am going to recap another loss by the Memphis Tigers men's basketball program as they lost to the Tulane Green Wave by a score of 81-79 in this game. It's also the Green Wave also made history in this game. They've knocked off a top 10 team for the first time since I believe like the 1980s, if I'm not mistaken. They have not beaten a top ranked team in a very long time. But the game, it is what it is. Game, this game, the takeaways from this game, in my opinion, from what I saw, is that the Tigers cannot like gain traction. What I mean by gain traction, take a lead and really capitalize on that lead. They could not do that in this game. It took them a long time. It was hard for them to like get separation in this game, if we're being honest. Um, this also is like I would say the third time in like 2 seasons that Ron Hunter's squad has beat Memphis in the regular season. They did it twice last year, and season prior to that, they were successful as well. So overall, since they're like Memphis is like 2-4 against the Green Wave with Ron Hunter as a head coach. So when people talk about that whole budding FAU's arrival to Memphis, that's what I disagree with because like I was telling you on previous videos, I think Tulane is more of a rival than FAU to Memphis. And Tulane has got a history with Memphis, and they've been in the conference longer than not been in the conference longer than FAU, Florida Atlantic. But this game that this boiled down to um Memphis not be able to get the game momentum. They were not consistent. Chemistry stuff that they talked about not too long ago. I don't know if that was the issue in this game. It was just, to me, it was just momentum, lack of momentum, lack of capitalizing on opportunities. Execution towards the end of the game was pretty bad, and overall, man, the players, man, from a production standpoint in this game, it wasn't too bad. Malcolm Dandridge had one of his best games of the year. One of his best games of the year in this matchup. I believe he had 13 points and I believe 8 blocks. He had 13 points, 8 blocks. David Jones had 32 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 11 rebounds. Huge game. Shot had 12, hit 5 threes today. Nick Jordan was quiet today. 2 point. But he was sick though. He didn't play too many minutes. Played only 18 minutes, 2 points. Shaquan Walton, huge day. He was sick as well. 11 points, 17 minutes, 1 rebound. Couldn't finish out the game. Javon Quinterly, 11 points, 38 minutes, 4 of 6 free throws. Only hit 1 3 today. 3 of 6 field goal. Um, that's kind of you can look at his production. You could say that you can honestly say that you wish there would have been a lot more coming out of him from a scoring standpoint where there wasn't. And the bench just wasn't good today, man. The bench, this is where you know that they missed Caleb Mills, man. The bench, no production coming out of the bench, man. That Quan Tomlin had 6 points, played 20 minutes. Jalen Young played 10 minutes, 0 points. Jane Hardaway, 4 points, 28 minutes. Now I see a lot of people online on social media complaining about why it was Jane Hardaway in the game during the final minutes of the game of the matchup today. And the reason why is because you had guys hurt. Guys didn't play because they were sick. So apparently that's going around again with the team. Reports were coming out that I believe was Nick Jordan was throwing up in the hotel yesterday, and he ended up playing today. I think it's Nick Jordan or Jaquan Walton. throw up in the hotel yesterday. So maybe if those guys are healthy, Memphis will win that game. But it was a close one throughout his entirety. Just Memphis just couldn't keep believing this game. That's what happened. And I said this in the scout report when I did the game preview for Memphis and Tulane. I said Tulane could score a lot of points, but they give up a lot of points as well. And they're not a good rebounding team. But the thing is, Memphis hasn't been good rebounding. And Tulane is not good, it's not a good 3-point shooting defense team. When this matchup, they shot 10 threes compared to Memphis. You know, rebounds, Memphis out rebounded 39 and 33. But they starting five was pretty good though. Sion James had 22 points. Kevin Cross had 21. Holloway had 13. King had 9. Kobe King had 9. Jalen Forbes, quiet today, had 7 points. I mean, that Tulane team was bound to get a win, man. They was bound to get a big time win because they pushed Florida Atlantic to the edge not a while back. You know, I don't think that team is gonna make the tournament, but they're gonna be a tough out. And for this is a good win on their resume. I'm just not sure if they're good enough to be consistent to where they could go on a run and get into the NCAA tournament over a team like a Memphis. You know, and I got a quote right here pulled up from John Martin of ESPN Radio 92.9 down in Memphis. Penny Hardaway said, "I'm built for this." Quote, I'm built for this. We're built for this. Acknowledges that Memphis is probably going to fall out the top 25. End quote. All right, man. So my response to that, man, my reaction to that is if they get out of the top, they get booed out of the top 25 for losing these 2 games. That's messed up. I can see them getting dropped down into the teens to like 17, 18, or 20, but not out of the top 25. That's just too much right there. I believe that they deserve grace, in my opinion, because a lot of these big time programs, these other teams these other darlings that everybody like can lose multiple games during the week and still remain in the top 25. So the same should be had for Memphis. You know, that would be too much right there if they lose. But overall, yes, the losses do look bad. You know, back-to-back losses, quad 1 and 2 losses. You lose to South Florida on Thursday, and you lose it again to Tulane on Sunday. That's bad. But the season is not over. There's still a lot of basketball left to be played. You know what I'm saying? Still a lot of basketball left to be played. Right now they're 15-4, but they're 7th place in the American. I think UCF, Florida Atlantic, it's on top of the conference right down with a 5-1 record. Memphis is 4-2 in 7th place. North Texas is 4-1. UAB is 4-1. Southern Florida is 4-1. SMU is 4-1. At Florida Atlantic, Charlotte is 5-1. So you guys, it's very at the top of the American in regards to conference records. It's pretty competitive. It's pretty competitive right now. You know, but all these teams right now, let's see them count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 teams in the conference at the top that are hovering around that 11 win mark, 11 to 13 win mark. But you got Memphis with 15 wins. Memphis and Florida Atlantic with 15 wins. And if we're being honest, I think out of the 8 that I just mentioned, 12, the 9 that I meant, 8 to 9 teams that I mentioned, I think only Memphis and Florida Atlantic getting to the conference, getting into the NCAA tournament. Now, will Memphis get in as a 5th seed like the bracketology post projected them to get in as? Probably not now. That's probably gonna be out of the picture right now. You know, but they can't just keep losing these games. I still think they're gonna get into the tournament, but it's better to have these to get these to start to rack up these wins again. It's better to start racking up these wins again. We're being honest. So schedule right now. You play UAB next. UAB got a 4-1 record with 12-6 overall record. 4-1 conference record, 12-6 overall record. So if we probably gonna get that same, you face it. The thing is right now, you facing the teams that got the same, that hover around that same record right now as you. Not as you, but hover around that same record of 11-7, 12-6 on the bubble. So these teams gonna come out playing intense, man, because the AAC is only a 2-bid league. You only get 2 teams coming out of that conference for the tournament. It's not like the SEC, the ACC, the Big East, the Big Ten. You're not gonna have all these teams that got you're not gonna be a conference where you got 5, 7, 8 to 9 bids for your conference. So these teams gonna fight like crazy, man. And what I heard was Devlin Fieldhouse was a sold out game. And when the Memphis lost the game today, they stormed the court. It's just these teams come prepared when they play Memphis, bro. I keep saying that. These teams circle Memphis like they play in the Super Bowl. But for Tulane, this is the rival for Memphis. To me, not Florida Atlantic, since Houston left. Tulane is the primary rival for Memphis. Because Ron Hunter, since he's been here, has had the number of Penny Hardaway. He's had the number. So the rematch will be next month in a couple of weeks, FedEx Forum, 1 o'clock on February 11th. All right. Temple, prior to that, you got Temple, Wichita State again, Rice, UAB. They need to go 4-0 before they face Tulane again. They need to go 4-0. I would like for them to go 4-0 for the rematch. And it would also be good if Tulane could go at least 4-0 as well, because that will make the matchup even bigger, even more eyeballs to the game. But I would prefer that Memphis be 4-0, go on a 4-game winning streak when that matchup is by the time they play the matchup at FedEx Forum on February 11th, 1 o'clock tip off. Real talk. But it's not the end of the world yet. It's not the end of the world yet for Memphis. They could quickly regain focus, get on track, have better execution down the stretch in these games, and go on a winning streak, man. They know what they have what it takes to be a really good team. They really do. It's just the teams go through this stuff on sometimes, man. They wasn't gonna go 25, 29-2. They wasn't gonna run the table in the conference, contrary to popular belief, to what folks were saying. So let's not overreact as much, man. You can have your opinion and all that, but let's look at things from a reality standpoint. You can't win them all. You can't win them all, bro. So like I said, I would be shocked if Memphis is booted out of the top 25, because they deserve some grace. I don't care what people say. They deserve grace to be still ranked despite losing these back-to-back games. But next game is against UAB. They're at UAB on 4 o'clock. January 28th. The next game is like next Saturday. Next game is next Sunday, my bad. So they got a long layoff. Hopefully they could refocus, regroup, get healthy. Hopefully by then that sickness will pass around, sickness bug will go away, and they'll be ready to go. But tough loss for Memphis. Tulane, they lose to Tulane today by a score of 81-79. Tulane is the first time in a long time that Tulane has beaten a top 10 opponent in their program's history. So they're gonna feel good about that one for a long time. But that's all I have for y'all for right now. Go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What are your thoughts? What are your takeaways from today's loss? Are you concerned about how things are going, or are you still optimistic that the season can end on a positive note? All right. Have a blessed day. Please subscribe to the channel. Memphis Wire Strikes Up Sports. Be blessed. I'm out.